Welcome to this ophthalmology question banking software. We developed this especially for OSP. And the three parts, one is for OSP, second is for MCQ, and the third is for SCQ. I'll take it one by one, and I'll probably break it down with three short videos with MCQ first. Let's go on to the MCQ. You need to go in and you'll find out that if you cannot find anything, you need to slide. There's a slider on the side. You can go over there. Then you come up with your the person who's building it. I can change this to another person. Then you've got your specialty. I can change this to anatomy, or I can change it to anatomy I2. And that's a different level of MCQ than the theme, whichever topic you're covering. Then the anatomy, clinical features, complication, whatever you think is necessary, the exam which you're doing it for, and then the date. It's easier to enter the date by writing it today, so it just comes up with this. And now you come up with a stem. It is important to remember that if you're just writing the author and then you want to close this, you cannot close this, but if you want to close this, you have to write the author and the stem before you can able to close it. That's how the database stores it. So you come up with a stem, and then your options. The option is very important to have them alphabetically so that there can be no guessing. So this, I think, rectus is comes down. So just do Control X and a Control V over here and bring it down, or you can cut. You can do a cut over here and a paste over here. And now you've got them alphabetically sorted out. You can come up with a question key. Then your importance level, essential, advanced. Then your difficulty level, soft, moderate, easy. Cognitive level, it's a C1. Forget about these two things over here. Then you come up with a reference, and the name of the book, the edition of the book, and the page number from which you're taking. Now, the most important thing is just go up towards collapse this taskbar over here at the ribbon. You go on to home, and there's this ABC over here, which you'll see. I'll just minimize this and go back to home. There's an ABC that tells you that you're going to do a spell check over here. So let's start find and replace. This is find and replace. And if you go on to record, and this is the ABC, actually, this is what we wanted, not the record and find. This is the spelling and grammar mistake. So let's go and check. So Kansky is coming as wrong. So we ignore this and the spelling is finished. So let's see if we have a wrong spelling over here. Just go back to home and just go on to record and then go to this ABC. See, it comes up with your, so go on to and then change, and that's it. Because that's a very important part of an MCQ. Once you've done that, go on to the right side and click that X over here. Then you've come up, you've saved that MCQ. And if you want to go in and save this MCQ, you need to go, there's a record mover over here. The one is go next record. The next is the last record and is a new blank record. So what you want is usually move around with the next record. So go in, go for a next record. And here, as you see, everything is empty. Here, I choose the author. Suppose I go in and I choose another author. And then I enter the date over here, then go on to specialty for a physiology, and then it's an MBBS. The theme is the etiology. So if I write the function of the aqueous humor is intraocular pressure, shape, size, color, texture. And then you can see these are all non-alphabetic. So you know the texture is here, the C comes at the top. So I typically go in and do a Control V, and then obviously the size comes over here. I comes before H, and then we come in and come back and do it over here, and then come up with intraocular pressure over here, and then come back, and we know the answer is B, and we go in for a B and the cognitive level. It's a C1 level question, just a recall. and it's something which is essential, and difficulty is a soft question. And let's say I can write Parsons diseases, edition 20, page 5. So if I write that, now I'm done with this. The theme is aqueous humor. So once I've done this, I just go forward with this, and this saves the record. So this MCQ is saved when you do forward. Now, what we do, once you've written that MCQ, there's another way of writing an MCQ. If you do MCQ building workshops, they'll tell you that you have to come up with a theme, then come up with a sub-theme, and then you go on to the next step, which you make the options first, and then you write the stem. So if you want to do it that way, there's an option to construct an MCQ that way in this software as well. Now, the next important part is you've got two questions in your bank. You want to select what you want to give in your exam. So you can sort over here by specialty. You can go in and sort A to Z. So that will give you anatomy. A is first and physiology is 2. Let's say I want to keep this as question number 1. I'll keep it item number 1, and this is question number 2. This is item 2. So once I do this, it'll say you want to go in, and then you just print the MCQ, and there's the MCQ. This is the MCQ 1, and then this is the question 2, and then tells you the page 1 and page 2. And then if you want to print it as a text file, you can go in and it'll save you, give you an option, go in and save it as an MCQ question. And this saves you as a Word file, and then you can retrieve that. If you want to do as a PDF file, you can go same way over here, and then it'll give you an option that it saves as a PDF file. And then you can retrieve it as a PDF file. So this is your MCQ, and now you want to give it to somebody to just check the key. Just print this, and this just gives you the key this saves you a lot of paper. And then suppose you're giving it to some agency who's taking exams, you can give them question number with key, the specialty, the reference. This is all. And this, which I show you, selection of MCQ. If I deselect number 2, it will just give me one MCQ. But see, is only one MCQ coming in, but in the bank, we've got 2 MCQs. But if you want to print all MCQs without giving any numbers to them, you can go in and have all the MCQ, and it'll give you the authors as well. So if you've got your college and multiple people are contributing to this, then you can use this. And an interesting thing is you can use it as on a network, on a local network. You can make one computer as a server, and it's networked to the other computer. You can open it on the other computer, and you can have multiple people entering the question at the same time, and it'll make a new question or a new database for each of them, and which is very helpful. So we've tried this. We've had 7 people entering on 7 different computers, and we were able to save time. And one person who's sitting on the server can check how many MCQs are being built, and he can change or edit the questions. Then there's a generic area where you can go in and add authors over here. The next one is add a course, MBBS, FCPS, IMM. Then you have got a sub-theme which you can go and add over here. So these things are which you can add, and this is how this MCQ will go. Let's go on to an SEQ. SEQ is slightly different because the main thing, the author, the specialty, the theme, and the sub-theme are all the same, but you write the stem, and then you write the option over here, and then option B, but you need to give the total marks over here, the mark of stem A, B, and C. Once you've written that, you can come up with D. You can give an option of using up to 4 answers, but I usually tend to use 3. Then you go on with the importance, and then the level of difficulty, and then the book you're using. Then once you've done that, you always go to home and go to record, and then go to this ABC and do a spell check. So chlorpheniramine doesn't have, so ignore this. So these are the things which you can do as spell check. Once you've done that, you go on to the next record that saves it. You come back, and once you've done that, then you go back again, and then you select your MCQs. Suppose I haven't selected this. So if I haven't given an item number over here, if I go this and try to print this, it is not going to print anything. So need to go over here and you need to select this and give that item number over here. And once you give that item number, you can see it prints the short answer question over here. And then you can print the question with the key. This is just the key. And you can print the all SEQs with the key over here. Or you can just print SEQ with key over here. So this is, you get one thing. And then the last part is creating an OSP. You just go in. The other thing is the same, editing, speciality, the other thing, the stem is the same. The important thing is entering a picture. So that is slightly, not that difficult, but it can be challenging. Let's delete this picture and try to put this picture again. So what you need to do is first need to get that picture on a PowerPoint. Go in on the PowerPoint and Control-C. You copy that picture over here, and then you come back and you write Insert Object. Once you say Insert Object, then you go on to Bitmap image, and then over here, it opens the Paint program. You just say Paste over here. Once you paste this, then you close this. Once you close this, the picture is here for you. Once you this, you've got your options, A, B, C, you've got your key, then your difficulty level. Once everything is done, then you come back, close this. And if you want to select your question, just enter the number over here. Once you've selected that number, you go on to the print OSP question. It comes up with a question number. This is the starting leading question. This is the question over here. This gives you. Then if you just want to print the key, this is just the key without the question. You want to print the OSP with the key, you can do that. This is the key over here. And you want to print all OSP questions, then you can do over here. And then obviously, if you want to add OSP specialty, you can add different specialties in different areas. So similarly, for MCQ, you can change the specialty. It will come up automatically with that. So this is a very useful tool, and you can come up with as many questions as you like. You can work on a network to help with this. I think it's a very essential tool, and all the teachers must use it. And I'm delighted that I'm able to share with all of you. Thank you very much for using this.